Hey everyone, welcome back to the Three Spiritual Chicks. We are on season 2, episode 4, and I'm T, aka Rose Red.
I'm Joy, aka A Joyous Connection.
And my name is Jazz, aka Jazz the Medium. Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome,
What's
welcome.
up?
I see we've been
So,
out. We've had like a 2 week hiatus. So,
I
how has
mean,
everybody been doing?
I'll go second.
There
Cause
you go.
yeah, I'll go second.
I'll go first then. I've been good. I haven't been had much. Hold on. Go in your room. I'm sorry, y'all. Kids. But I haven't had a lot going on. Let's see. Yeah, it's just been chilling. I did have a scenario with where I felt like I had healed some parts of myself or got past some things and it bubbled on back on my issues that I deal with when it comes to like being accepted and rejected and um yeah, feeling left out and things like that. So that bubbled up for me. But y'all, when I say 41 hot, well, is that the word? Do they say 41 hot? I don't know what they say. I just
I
made up
heard
something.
that before.
I made up something, but I was hot because y'all look. I'm
Yep.
a
From
Pisces
now
all
on, we
day. I get
41 hot.
what you say,
41 hot.
Jazz?
From now on, so from now on, we
What
mad. We 41 hot.
Yeah, we gonna use that.
I was hot. Well, I was hot. First, I get emotional. So my Piscesness, Pisces, we be emotional, but we go through our phases. But that Aries side of me was like the Aries moon was like, hold up, why people playing with me?
Mhm.
So I done went through all the phases, but I had a talk with my husband and just let him know. I was like, where is this coming from? That's where I figured out those issues. So some more shadow work that needs to be done. And I think shadow work in itself is just a process, a continual process on things you need to work on that may not have been healed yet. So, but that was a big one for me. That's about it.
So,
Let's see. Uh-huh.
may I ask before you go to the next thing, like, and for those out there that are learning how to process stuff like that, what steps are you take? Like, what are there exercises or steps that you take to work on those processes once you figure out what they are?
Um, Well, I guess the first step for me was realizing that it was still there because I was trying to figure out like process like why am I feeling like this? Why am I so mad? And then I was just like, uh-huh, I'm still dealing with this thing. So first recognizing I would say that there's still some unhealed parts of yourself that you need to heal work on and see where you can play a part in helping heal and then communicate. And I did end up communicating with the person. And it was just a big misunderstanding in a way, but I was able to communicate. So that actually helped me a little bit. Um, so I mean, that's the steps, writing, crying, because I definitely cried it out. Like, oh, was mad, talking it out and just realizing like this is what's going on with me. I don't know if I was over this. I'm still feeling like that little girl that's been abandoned and then that's weird. That nobody wants to be around. So, and yeah, moving forward. So
Well, kudos to you. And it's interesting that that happened during this Mercury retrograde. Stuff happens with communication. So that will make sense that you said it was a miscommunication or
anyway,
wasn't that person's intention. So
because
that's definitely interesting.
yeah, Rose, no, I talked to Rose. I said, look, me, I was like, I'm not talking to my sister. I'm not talking to my other sister. I'm done. It's no more nothing. But then I had to say, my husband helped me too. So my husband was like, babe, like I have to hold you accountable too. My
Mm.
husband always is holding me accountable. Have to hold you accountable and instead of like running away from things and be like, okay, this what it is. Like let's talk about it. Communicate with the person and see what it goes from there. And so yeah, he always y'all he be getting on my nerves because he always I be wanting to be in my little petty bag sometimes and my little just here. He be like, babe, like because of the space that you're in and because you're where you are, like I need you like so you can help other people. I need you to hold yourself more accountable for different things. And I'll be like, when he told me that, y'all, I was like, I don't care what the hell he's saying. That's what I said at first in my head. Then I was like, you know what? You right. But I ain't tell him that part. I just was like, okay, I'm gonna call when he go upstairs. And then he went upstairs and I called.
I mean, you doing that like he not gonna watch the replay. I mean, I'm just saying. So he
You
gonna
know,
figure it out.
he does.
He
He
gonna be
is on
watching
my
the replay like, oh, she was talking about me.
He know I be talking about his butt. I be upset too. Don't hold me account. I want to be petty. Okay, I'm human sometimes.
Understood. So yeah, she was 41 hot. Okay. Um. So these past couple of weeks have been an experience. So before we started recording, Jazz, you had asked a question. Let's just say my ass has been getting spiritually spanked. Okay. So because of what I didn't do on our last podcast, my team that came through like, yeah, we sick of your ass. So my team is basically fed up with me, not doing what I'm supposed to do. So it's happened a couple of times on the phone with Joy on my way home. It's happened several times while I'm by myself. Um, One thing is that a part of my commute home, I drive through the woods. It's a parkway, and I'm starting to feel like that is like part of a portal because every time I get close, the presence of spirits are there. So it happened twice with you when I was on the phone with you, Joy, and then like three other times. So long story short, my team made it so that I can't overthink and talk myself out of stuff, like how I did in our last episode. Um, and yeah, so on my way home, I've been having spirits in the car with me, like driving along, and I'm like, oh, whoa, wait a minute, what's that? And it's been, I'm gonna say intense. I don't want to say bad. I'm gonna say intense because, as Jazz always messes with me. Y'all know from season one, I don't want to be like, ooh, nope, I ain't doing that. I ain't had no choice. So when they were coming in, I was feeling their ailments, feeling how they transitioned to where I'm literally driving, and I drive with my right hand. Baby, when I tell you, like my whole right arm got stiff and I felt pain. So there was a man that came in, he had a stroke. So I'm like talking like, okay, all right, I get it. Y'all can leave me alone now. Like, I don't wanna figure it out. I don't wanna know who it is. I don't want to say I ain't care, but it was just the fact that they pretty much came in while I was driving, so I didn't have time to overthink it and talk myself out of doing it. So that has happened several times. There was another time that my dreams have been crazy, but I can't even recall. That's gonna be an offline conversation because some of the pieces just really do not make sense to me. There was one time I was in getting ready for work, so I'm in my bathroom, and I'm literally, doing what I gotta do. I'm in the mirror, and like in my peripheral, on the right hand side, instead of seeing like the wall in my bathroom, the whole wall just like disappeared, and I started seeing shit. When I say seeing shit, like It's almost like how in the movies when you see people like daydreaming and they like running through a field or like meadows or what have you. Like I'm seeing stuff like that. I'm not seeing people, but I'm seeing images. That's the best way I can explain it. Then there was another time I'm in the mirror and I literally see what looks like rocks falling. That's the best way to explain that. Um, yeah, that's the best way to explain that. But like, so it's almost one of them things like I'm looking, and that's like when I turn and look at the wall, like I don't see anything. But when I turn back and look in the mirror, I see the vision again in my peripheral. So for me, it's been a whole lot of paranormal stuff going on. So yeah, they've been messing with me. Definitely been messing with me. I've had some visits as well, from distant relatives. Yeah, so it's been eventful. I think that's the main thing I want to talk about. Oh, and besides that, get my butt back in the gym. So I'm proud of myself with that. That's why I'm tired now.
Look, and I don't even be letting T like run. We'll be on the phone. She'll be like, Joy. I'll be like, so ask them what they want. I be doing how jazz you doing. Like, what do they want?
Say
Who is
that.
there? Who ask them some questions? I be trying
Yeah.
to.
And T, I don't think they messing with you. I just think your gift is developing, and that's what it is. So you're just starting to recognize and see what's already there. So I don't think they picking on you or trying to force you out. Your gifts are getting stronger. They're developing.
Okay.
They're not giving you no butt
Mm-hmm.
whooping or butt kicking. You're just growing. You're getting better, getting stronger.
Okay.
Are you about to cry?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Nah, I ain't gonna cry. I'm sitting over here like, okay. So yeah, they have. Oh, and I've been back up, and I've been seeing more and more shit at work. Okay, when I say more and more shit, I'm sitting in my little cubicle, see a whole person walk past, and I'm looking. I'm like, okay. I go back to type it on my computer because I'm like, I'm not about to get up and follow you. It's not gonna happen. So let me go back to the computer. Yeah. So you see it like that. Cause and the reason why I say, and granted, you know, I say spiritual spanking, but y'all know I always talk shit. So um basically my team has let me know like, yeah, you can't run from this shit no more. That's the bottom line. They like, yeah, you can't run from it no more. So yeah. It's been
Mhm.
interesting. It's been an interesting past couple of weeks.
They run past
Hmm.
They
And they've
run
been
past
waking my ass up. That part too.
Yo, I woke up last night, kind of how I did the other night. Um, Same vibe. I don't know what it is. Mm. I meant to text y'all and tell y'all that I was back up and I was sitting there. My husband woke up and was like, um, you all right? I was like, yeah, I just don't know why I'm up. I don't know why I'm up right now.
What night was that? Saturday?
It
It was
was
Saturday?
Friday night,
Friday
Friday
night?
morning.
Saturday.
Yeah, so all of us was
Morning
up
to
at like
Saturday.
3 o'clock in the morning.
Mhm.
All three of us were up.
Where you at?
Quite interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't been
That-
sleeping as well.
Are you getting
Well,
downloads?
as well as I should. I haven't been sleeping. I feel like I am. I can
Hmm.
always tell when I get downloads because remember when I get headaches if I'm getting a lot. But I feel like they're still buffering. They haven't like downloaded all the way or processed. That's the word, processed. They haven't processed.
Mm.
Okay.
So I'm more tired than usual. Um, my week has been a lot of shadow work, I would
Mm,
say. Kind of like you, Joyce. Some old stuff come up, and you realize you got to deal with it. And I think I tend to overgive or overextend myself,
mm,
and I realize it stems from wanting to be accepted or not feeling worthy enough, you know. And then I get upset when I feel taken advantage of,
mm,
but I had to take accountability that the part I play on it because I overextended myself, right? And then also, I've gotten better over the years with setting boundaries,
mhm,
but that's still something that I struggle with. So every blue moon, sometimes you kind of loosen up on your boundary, and then when it gets out of hand, you'll go back and remember, like, wait, that was a boundary I set, and without even knowing it, you let somebody or somebody's cross that boundary, and then you're left empty or you drained because you don't let these people cross your boundaries. So a lot of that, a lot of shadow work, a lot of journaling, and reflection. That's what I've been doing. I think this retrograde, I think it started in the Sagittarius, then moved into Scorpio.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm a
I'm about to say
Sagittarius.
that.
I got about 6 good planets in Sag. So, and I got about not 6. I always say 6. I think I got the Sun, Mercury, Venus, the Sun, Mercury, Venus, and Neptune in Sagittarius. And then
Mm,
in Scorpio, I've got Jupiter, Uranus. I gotta look into 2 other planets. So I got a lot of planets in Scorpio and Sagittarius. So all my planets are split up between my fourth, fifth, and sixth house. With the exception of the moon that's in my 10th house and Mars is in my 7th house. But all my other planets are between the fourth, fifth, and sixth house. I know I got Pluto and Saturn in the fourth house. I gotta look to remember them all, but I would say that this retrograde it has caused me to do a lot of introspection and reflection. Nothing really paranormal, I would say. But I think as I get older and I develop, it's either my defenses are up or I don't see as much anymore as I used to when I
mm,
first opened my gifts. I think I think as you develop, you don't control them more, so you don't see as much. You see what you want to see,
mhm,
So see for you as you develop more, like you're going to be able to gauge how you see them and how you don't because you control it. But in the beginning, I remember I had something to share every day. Like I see something out the side of my eyes or something
mhm,
happens. I think the only time I see something without wanting to see it if it's something really trying to get my attention, and my team was like, "Girl, you bet you gonna listen. It's right here in your face."
mhm,
Uh, that type of stuff, or like when Joy's mom came out the last time and she's like, "Look, I got a message and I'm just gonna sit right here and lean over you like this until you say what you got to say." Like this man here now was doing. I got a man here now, and I'll tell you, I'm freezing. It's always when I get on with y'all.
So you saying you got a man, and I have a woman over here in a house coat and an apron. So that's interesting that you said that. And I'm not
Tell me
yawning
about
because
the woman in
the
the house coat
spirit.
and the
It's
apron.
I'm yawning because I'm tired.
I yawn a lot when they come around. I yawn a lot when they come around. That's how I know. That's another way I can tell.
Well, that's why I said I'm yawning because I'm tired. That's why I said that because I know you say sometimes you yawn. So it's like a pale pink. And I say house coat, but I'm looking like what my great grandma would wear, like a house dress, pale pink button up, and then the apron around her waist, Um, ah, Joyce, your grandma back.
Hmm.
She came through last week or 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
Hold on.
Wait, how you
You
know
just
it wasn't my grandma?
because I see the lady. I see the
My
lady
grandma
that
used to wear a
Joyce
house coat and an apron.
Well, I say that because of I saw the face of the woman that came through when I was confirmed it with Joy. That's why I said that. Unless it's more
Maybe
than
it's
one
two.
here, when they I'm about to say unless it's more than one here, because they damn sure been doing that. Because one time I had five of them all at one time. I'm like, look here, I'm driving. Um, but I saw the woman, um, and she just laughed. She was like, no, no, I'm just sitting here listening and watching y'all. Um, oh. My great grandmother is here too. We're gonna talk about that offline. Um, yeah, we're gonna talk about that offline. I just heard something in relation to that family member that we discussed offline before. Um,
Your
hmm,
family member that we discussed?
yeah, no, I ain't gonna talk about that online. Um, okay, I'm done. Who you got over there, Jazz?
I don't know if it's for y'all. Um, but I feel like he's a gentleman. Of course he's a gentleman. But I feel like his life ended abruptly. I feel like his life was taken. Maybe he was shot. I just feel like I'm dying suddenly. Like I feel like I'm outside at nighttime and it's cold and I was shot. Um,
What does he look like?
he's like a brown, full lips. Um, I wouldn't say small eyes, but I feel like he's a very nice looking man. And I feel like he just got different features, but they look good together. If that makes sense. I feel like he's a handsome man. He may have been connected to somebody with a military background, or he may have had a military background. Um,
Can you confirm his name? Joy laughing. We both
I'm
laughing
not
like
getting a name,
it's my father.
but I just feel like your father was killed or shot.
Mhm. Yes.
Um, can I ask you a question? Was your father like a ladies' man or a womanizer, or did a lot of women like your father?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Could it have been
Absolutely.
possible that a woman had? Could it have been possible that a woman had something to do with his death, or you don't know?
It was.
Mm.
Okay.
Yeah.
And a
Did he
friend.
have like a?
It wasn't. I'm
I
sorry.
have a. I have a taste for. Did he drink from time to time? I have a taste for a drink. Like I want to taste a drink. Like a beer or a liquor. Like I want to. I want to take a drink. I want to drink. That's how I feel. Um,
Yes, he did. But she was the one that
it's, he makes me feel like he makes me feel like he didn't have enough time here. Like he had plans. Like he was trying to he wanted to get himself together. Like he had future plans. Like he wanted to get himself together. Like he wasn't here long enough. Like he felt like his time was cut too short. Like it
Mhm.
wasn't fair. So it's almost as if he's taking accountability from some of his actions because he didn't always make the best choices, but he had planned to make better choices, if that makes sense. Like, I was gonna do better, I was gonna get better, I was working on myself, or how some people say, like, I was gonna go back to church, like something like that. Like I was gonna make myself right, I was gonna do right, I was gonna do better. He didn't get a chance to do that. But he did make me feel like he had a weakness for women. And he also made me feel like that was a lot of his headache too.
Mhm.
Um, but he feels like he was a very, very nice looking gentleman, like very nice smile, like very charismatic. It's just something that's just so alluring about his energy. Like you can't help but to like him if you're around him. Like you can't help like
Mhm.
but to want him. You know what I'm saying? You could be not attracted to him, and once you get around him, you're like, ooh, what was that? That type of energy. um, for you, Tiara, of course, he sends his love. Um, he's like showing me a bouquet of roses as if he wants to give you your flowers. And it's crazy because it kind of makes me feel like I feel like he's recognizing you for something like an achievement or an accomplishment, but not only an
Um,
external accomplishment that has to do with like maybe the work you do or the schoolwork or something like that you do, but an internal congratulations, like maybe there's something that you healed from internally or some type of work you've been doing internally. And he was like, we see that, we see your work, like here are your flowers. Like um he's also making reference to he um I know you have a sister that you talk to often and you go visit, but I feel like there may be some other family that you may not like be as close to. Like he's making me feel like you tend to seclude yourself at times. But he makes me feel like he wants you to be like just a little more welcoming. Is that much? Because he's kind of make me feel like the energy he's making me feel like once you make it up in your mind, you ain't dealing with somebody, you ain't dealing with them. That's it. You just like no. If I'm done with you, I'm done. And he's making me feel like you need to have a little bit more compassion, or you need to be a little bit more forgiving. Okay.
Says the
Um,
person that I get
and
it from.
also, and I'm also feeling like, oh, he said, hey. But I'm also feeling like I don't know if there's somebody in your family that's sick or
That's the
ill
conversation we gonna have
or near
offline.
passing.
We
That's near
we
passing or
that's what we talk
okay.
about
Okay.
offline. You know about that. We talked
Okay.
about that. Yeah.
I will leave that alone, but he's just making reference to that. Um,
Yeah.
so he just wants to tell them that you're proud. He's proud of you. He checks in and out on you. He does check for you, or check on you, however you want to word it. And I think that's all I got.
Thank you. Thank you, Daddy. Yeah, when we finish, I'll grab the picture and I'll show you him.
Okay.
so I want to not give Jazz confirmation, but um just kind of explain some things. I'm not gonna go into details, but one of the things when me and T was on the call this week, or was it last whatever day, And they were coming through. So when you said he was saying congratulating her on the internal work, if I recall correctly, he came through for a message during that time just to tell her that, like, calm down, you got it. He's proud of her for stepping into it and things like that. Just kind of a confirmation for that. So T, that's bigger confirmation for you.
Thank
Let you
you.
know that, they supporting you. They got you, and he proud of you.
They telling my ass not to run, but I'm laughing because he gonna tell Jazz, "Hey, hey, yeah, sir, I get all this shit from you. I get my stubbornness from you. I get my temper from you." So, but
Like my mama.
to confirm for you, Jazz, he was set up by a woman. Um,
Mm.
but he was definitely a womanizer, like, in the military. Like, it's this one picture of this. He's laying on the bed with his shirt open. He got a woman like lying on his chest. Okay, like every picture is a different woman. Okay, so definitely, and the other part, I can't even say that. I'll confirm for you offline. But it's connected to the family member that we talked about offline. Um, but I've been doing better. He might also be talking about my half sister that I haven't talked to in years.
It's your
That's what
sister.
I was thinking about.
Like,
It's your
I have,
sister. 'Cause I felt like saying sister,
yeah.
but something
It's
told me
this.
to hold off. I was gonna say something to you when we got off,
Oh,
but
okay.
it's a
Well,
sister.
we can, yeah. But it's a long story short. But we gonna go more into it. It's a sister that I really didn't think was his child. That he confirmed that it was his child. So that's probably what he's saying. But I haven't seen her in, when I say years, it's been years. And I cut her off because she disrespected my mama. So that's that on that. All right, I'm done. um, do we have anyone else here?
Uh,
Where how this been going?
Other than Jazz's grandma, it's definitely Jazz's grandma was sitting over there with you.
I see right now. So I see a lady, but how I see her hair, she's brown skin. I see her hair parted down the middle. And it's, gray, and it got like two buns at the back. Um, Knots, buns, however you want to call it. Um, I'm not understanding what she's saying clearly. It's coming through mumbled. Yeah, I'm not it's not coming through clearly right now, so I'm gonna pass.
Okay.
Joy, don't even start damn laughing. Don't.
I ain't start laughing. I said it's okay. It's okay.
That's
I just
Friday.
can see her. That's all I'm like. I know. Yeah, think it's
Um, One thing I did want to share with y'all though, y'all been mentioning, doing the shadow work. And it's funny because remember before I talked about how I've been put in like a season of isolation. So I won't necessarily call it shadow work, but I've definitely been like standing on business. Like, because I'm like how you, Jazz, you were saying like how you over give or overextend yourself. I've really been in that season of, because usually I'll be the one to like check on people, send like this, like how I'll be sending y'all messages like in the group chat or whatever. Like I'll do that, but it's like I've been told like, nope, shut your mouth, let people show you who they are. And it's really been one of those things where because I haven't reached out, I haven't heard from people. But I'm okay with it, if that makes sense. So yeah, I'll say that. And I'm getting blocked by some people too, which I think is funny because I'm not changing who I am, of me going into this gift. You know what I mean? So this is the journey that I'm on, and you want to block me because I'm doing something to my gift, something to my power. Okay. Then it's,
Mhm.
you're not meant to go on that journey. Like I finally come to the point to understand that not everybody's meant to go with you or, elevate with you. Is that how I want to say
Mhm.
it? But like no more of quote unquote, like I don't want to say dumbing down myself, but no more making myself uncomfortable to make other people feel comfortable, if that makes sense. That's like really where I am. Like I'm
That makes
definitely
perfect.
hmm
That makes perfect sense.
yeah, so I've definitely, you know, been on that. And it's funny because one of the people that sit there and block me, but yet you hit me up on another platform talking about, oh, I need a reading. Girl, bye. You gonna pay me? Shit. But yeah, so that's that on that. So in other words, y'all can see this retrograde is affecting all of us right now.
Yes,
And the bottom line is growth and
Uh-huh.
elevation, you know? It's for, you know, our betterment or however on our individual journeys, excuse me, individual spiritual journeys,
Yeah.
you know? So, like we said in season one, we're always learning, we're always evolving, There is no glass ceiling. It's always something we can learn to make ourselves better on this journey.
for sure.
You stop growing, you're dead.
That part.
Mhm.
Even though some lessons I don't want to learn right now, but yeah. Now I
Right.
know that, what I'm saying, I can drive and do mediumship at the same time. When I started out with jazz, I should be like, oh, wait, let me pull over. And so one time I was driving back from my sister's house, and me and Jazz were supposed to have a session. And Jazz was like, no, you going to do it now. And I was just like, as soon as I did that breath, it was on. And she was like, see, you don't need all that.
Mhm. Nope. So don't.
So that was just proven
You're
to me
stronger than
again.
that.
So yeah. We're gonna do group or we going through individuals? Oh, I'm sorry, unless I got something else. Cause I'm not gonna lie, sis is sleepy. I've been up since 4:30. I hit the gym this morning.
Mm-mm. I've been up since 4:30 too because I couldn't sleep. Um,
Mm.
Woke up at, I think it was 3:48. I was like, what the heck? Oh, damn.
Well, I purposely got up so I go to the gym. I didn't wake up like I did the other night. And I didn't even fall back asleep till like 7 o'clock that morning.
I'm probably, if that happens again, because I haven't been doing, I used to just get up and start writing to see if I get any messages or anything. But like, I think, like I told y'all in the group chat, that it just seemed like, um, yeah, I don't know, something's coming, like I'm missing something, um, like an anxiousness is going on. So I don't know what it is.
Well, there's definitely a lot of changes going on right now. So definitely a lot of changes going on right now.
all right. So how would you
Okay.
ladies like to read? Let's do each individual sign, or you want to group them?
Whichever y'all want to do, I'm cool. We got enough time.
Individuals then. Let's go.
I'll start us off with Aries
Uh,
after I finish shuffling my cards. My bad.
Okay. That means I got Gemini.
I do
Is
Taurus.
Aries got the Taurus, duh. I'm sorry, y'all. Sorry.
Taurus, you can take Gemini. It's
Okay.
Gemini.
Oh, so for the Aries, I'm getting a career change. Sees there's some of y'all that are looking for career changes, and it's coming. But in order for you to do it, you got to really step out of your comfort zone. And you got to be confident, and you have to. Let me back up. You have to be confident in yourself, trust yourself, and also like believe, because your belief system, like you're doubting yourself. There's a lot of self doubt around it. Like you see a position that you want to apply for, but you're like, no, I'm not good enough for that. Or you're finding your way. You're finding a way to talk yourself out of applying for the position, and you're more than qualified. Confidence is key. Um, and if that's the goal that you want to achieve, I say go for it. What are you waiting on? Trust yourself. That's what I have for the Aries.
All right, Taurus. I feel like some of you been kind of staying to yourself. You've been more working on the internal things, or in private, you have been building something that you haven't shared with anyone. And it could be a business, or it could be have something to do with money, but you have been working on something, and the time has come to reveal what you have been working on. And I feel like whatever it is, it's going to pay off in a positive way. Like if you've been working on looking for another job privately, you're going to find the job that you want. Or if you've been working on like starting a business, you're going to be able to get it started up. I do feel that once you start up, some things will start to change around you, like abruptly or rather quickly. But just remember, and it may seem a little chaotic, and it may like bring up some emotions, but in the end, everything will be fine. That's all I have.
All right, for our Geminis. So for our Geminis, what I have right now for this week is Geminis. It seems like you're doing a lot of self-reflection for you this week. I'm not sure if there's been kind of some things that some back and forth. I feel like more so maybe with family or friends, where it just seemed like your perspective of things has changed. Um, and more so way where you will react a certain type of way. You're trying to change the way you will react to people there, with that self-reflection. And doing that, I would say just make sure you're finding balance, because what it does seem like is that you're kind of separating yourself a little bit. When I'm saying separate yourself, I meaning you're kind of pushing everybody else aside, with trying to get you um to try to kind of redirect your thoughts there. Y'all just make sure that y'all are working on y'all with y'all self-reflection, not limiting yourself, because you're pushing some people away, because some people are still meant to be in your life, but because it feels like you have to do a full transformation, you're eliminating a lot of people. So just make sure you're finding balance in that, for this week for our Geminis.
I got Cancer, right? Okay, all right. Just want to make sure because I pulled the
Yep.
cards. So, I have a relationship. This is for cancers, either in marriages or relationships. You guys aren't happy right now, and you're battling yourself because your intuition is telling you one thing, but the what's the word I'm looking for? It's one of those situations where I'm using hypothetical, like you have the white picket fence and everybody like, praise you guys as a couple, but yet behind closed doors you are fucking miserable. And it's to the point you're sitting in your own mess, and you can't keep the facade up anymore. It's time to take action. whatever that action may be, but I do see like a separation. I see a separation. I also see that you need to like it says the card I got was surrender to the divine. So what I mean by that is stop looking at everything on paper and kind of go in what you know to be true and right for yourself. You guys have been going through a battle. Unfortunately, I do not see a good outcome. I do see this being a relationship that is coming to an end. However, once you do it, you're going to be happy. You're going to, it's almost like when you get out of a toxic situation and you can breathe again. Like it's going to be a breath of fresh air. So sorry, cancers. That's what I picked up on for some of y'all.
All right. I've got Leo. So Leo, I feel like you're going to have a choice. You're going to have a choice to make, and I feel like this has to do with the relationship, like perhaps a connection where you feel like you're not growing like you would like to, or you feel like you feel stuck. You're waiting for a change to happen, or you're waiting for this person to improve, but you're not seeing any improvement. So some of you may have even prayed on it or took some time alone or sat in solitude about it. But what I see is probably some of you may be moving forward with your life, and probably just kind of taking matters into your own hand versus waiting on this person and trying to work through it with this person. It's unfortunate, but this person is just truly committed to misunderstanding you, and you're getting to a point where you're tired of feeling misunderstood. That's what I got for Leo.
All right. So for our Virgos, what I see is a couple of our Virgos. It looks like you guys are taking some new steps. When I'm saying taking some new steps, look like there's going to be some new beginnings for some of our Virgos. It seems like some of our Virgos decided to go in a different path. Maybe something new that you decided to go into. With doing that, I do see that there is going to be a good outcome for the new beginners for the Virgos that we have to have the new beginners, whether that's a new business or whether it's just I'm gonna say a house. I don't know if there is a Virgo that maybe is moving and you were questioning that move. No, that's the move that needed to happen right now. It's gonna be the move that you need in order to move forward there. But Virgos right now, I have good cards for y'all. Everything looks good for y'all. Y'all new beginnings and everything. So hope it resonates there.
Okay, and Libras, I'm getting a financial reading for you guys. It's time for you guys to buckle down on your finances and really take action. And one of the cards that came up was step out of your comfort zone. And what I mean by that is, of course, you want change your mind to a prosperity mindset versus a poverty mindset. You're operating in lack. So of course, what thoughts become things, right? So when you want more, you got to sit down and make a plan, but you also have to know and feel that you deserve to be in a better financial situation. So I see once you sit down and make a plan for your finances and be disciplined, you'll be in a better financial situation. That's what I have for you guys.
All right, Scorpio, this is about love. For you single Scorpios that are looking for someone, I feel like you're going to meet somebody here rather quickly. It's going to move rather fast, but it's definitely going to be somebody that you like, somebody you would like to build with. Timing, I'm looking at you might meet them about August. It's something about the month of August with the situation. Their birthday could be in August too. It could be a Leo, but this relationship is going to be it's going to be a lot of passion though, very strong, a lot of passion, like a fiery like connection, Scorpio. So signs you might be looking out for, I would say look out for either a Leo, a Libra, or another Scorpio.
Mhm. It's Sagittarius, right?
Sagittarius.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Sagittarius. What I have here, and this is definitely love for those relationships. It looks like some of our Sagittarius right now is going through their relationships. It looks like it's being tested right now. I'm not sure if there's a lot of fussing and fighting or just some miscommunication with the Sagittarius right now. With the Sagittarius, y'all just need to kind of take a step back. I don't know if it's just the season or what it is where the emotions are really running high. Um, and that's kind of what's causing the issues. Is the communication is just not there. Sagittarius. Y'all need to make sure y'all can communicating a little bit better and not just going based off of being emotional at the time. What's going to end up happening, says, is that are in relationships that's having those issues. If you're not working on the communication piece, you're going to end up running your person off there. Um, just communicate a little bit better. Don't let everything get to you. At one point, sit back, take a look at what the issue is before automatically just jumping to it with your partner there. But Sag is yeah, that's what I have for y'all. Hope we can get a little bit better. Y'all communicate better, okay?
So I have Capricorn, and baby, these cards are reading me, okay? And I'm laughing because I'm like, okay, now my daddy come over here and mess with these cards. But what I'm getting for the Capricorns, and of course I'm speaking to myself with this, is I see that this is more like career slash business. And if you're scared to step out on faith, there's something that you want to do. Um, I'm getting more so starting your own business, something that you want to do, but you're scared and you're holding yourself back because you don't think that you're able to do it. But it's also something that's outside of your comfort zone. You have been operating in a persona. And what I mean by that is how you've been operating going through life so far is the expectations of other people instead of you being true to yourself. It's time for you to show the world the real you. um and once you do that, fully step into that purpose, i.e. myself, then everything will open up for you. Definitely communication is key. Everything's going to work out for you. Just trust yourself. Sit, be still, and let the answers come to you. So step out on that face, Capricorns.
All right, Aquarius. Aquarius, y'all have been looking for ways to make more money, better money flow, but y'all want to work smarter, not harder. Y'all want more funds to come in. You're finding ways to make residual income, and I think you have come up come up on your niche. You're going to find something to do that you're going to like, that's going to work better for you. Some of you, you're going to be able to work from the comforts of your own home. You're not going to have to get up and go into a place in order to work. You're going to be able to work at home from your computer. Um, Spirit's message for you is to release control and allow the universe to put things in place to help you out, and that what you've been asking for or what you've been wanting, it's coming. You just have to be patient.
All right, us Pisces here. So Pisces, this is love here, and this is going to be for our single Pisces. For the Pisces we have here, is some of our Pisces. It seemed like you kind of been going through this phase of really working on yourself. Um, and really work on trying to figure out what your wants and needs are there when it comes to being in a relationship. I do have some of our Pisces that it looks like we'll be starting new relationships here and it's because of the time, and it's because you did some work on yourself to be able to embrace the new love that's coming there. With that being said, though, for our Pisces that are going to be walking into that, please do not go back through the old cycles. There may be some things that may look like previous relationships or things in the past. um don't put that on the new relationship that you may get into. I don't see that it'll be the same. It's just you're used to, unfortunately, being hurt. You're used to a certain way that someone loves. or that you expect for love to be. That's not going to always be the case. So just be open minded, understand that this is a time you can step into that relationship based off of the work, but don't bring up the old things that you've been through in the past with the new relationships there. Okay.
All right, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in. That concludes our episode. I just want to take a moment to send out profound gratitude for everyone who has been supporting our series. Everyone, we have a small group of people that watch every single episode, that follow us, that give us feedback. If there's any subjects that you ever want us to talk to, you can always email us at the number three, spiritualchicks@gmail.com. And we will always be willing to touch up on any subject you want, or if you would like us to give you a reading, or you have any questions, please feel free to ask us. Peace.
Please do. Thanks for the support. Bye.
Yeah.